Hey everyone, Mr. Allen here. I just want to quickly go through, if I can, the difference between permutations and combinations. By now you've been using them both a little bit and they look pretty similar in a lot of ways, so I want to see if we can really kind of clear up the differences so that as we move forward and the questions kind of become intermingled, we can figure out which one we want to use. So the first key is that a permutation is an arrangement. It's an order. So putting things in a specific order, like this lady followed by this gentleman, is different than putting this gentleman in front of this lady. Okay. So it's like you're lining up to use the facilities. Being first in line might be better than being at the end of the line. It is the same group of people potentially who is standing in line, but if you're at the front, you might be in a happier situation than if you're at the end. More specifically, kind of the classic look at it here is if this is our group we're choosing from and we're trying to choose a president, a vice president, a treasurer, and a secretary. And then I go through and say, well, we're going to do this kind of a setup here. Hopefully you can clearly see that this setup is quite different, having chosen this lady first, this gentleman second, her third, and him fourth, is quite different than if I had done something like this. In this case, because the order that we're chosen matters, this gentleman is chosen for this position if he's chosen first, she's chosen in this position second, and so on. Again, quite different than if we even just made this one little switch. This is a permutation. The ordering in which people are chosen and their specific roles in this situation are different based on the fact that they're given position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. If instead, I guess we'll just keep the same group. If instead we're just looking to form a committee, so everybody in the committee has equal roles. There's no president, there's no vice president, and so on. We just, out of this group, we want 4 people to form a committee to look into an environmental issue. Well, being chosen first, second, third, and fourth doesn't make a difference because in the end, the whole group just travels together. They all head out the door, and this committee hasn't changed. This is a combination. So again, combinations, the order doesn't matter because you're all, in this case, given the same role. In the case of the permutation, when you were sort of slotted into specific spots, the order did matter. Maybe a more practical example, permutations and combinations. If you just think about when you go into a restaurant of some sort and you're choosing to order something here, we call it a combination. I'm going to have the burger combo, which means I'm going to have a burger, maybe some sweet potato fries, and a Pepsi. Obviously, if I had chosen different items, I would have a different combination. But if somebody, instead of giving me exactly this, gave me exactly this, I'd have no problem with that, and clearly I would think that it's the same thing. They would charge me the same amount, I would eat the same food. This is what we call a combination at the store. I'm going to have the burger combo, and so the order doesn't matter. The same is true in permutations and combinations. If the order doesn't matter, if we end up with exactly the same thing, regardless of whether I grabbed the burger to start or grabbed the Pepsi to start, again, exact same meal, this is a combination. If this is the burger combo that I've chosen, the fact that it's handed to me in this order or organized in front of me this way does not make a difference.